Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial I am showing you how I did this very beautiful bright set. So on the pinky I've already gone in with my tips and prepped the nail, and I've also applied CJP Magenta, and I've applied this in from the cuticle towards the free edge but sort of in a diagonal so that I can leave a part of the free edge clear. And now I'm just going in with Glitterarty's Arctic Wolf, and I'm just picking a bit of that up using a tiny bead of wet acrylic and just placing that on the nail in that diagonal that I'd already created. Also, I forgot to mention I have already applied a clear base to all of the nails because I am going in with coloured acrylic, and it's just a really thin clear base. On the ring finger we are doing a beautiful marble nail. So here I'm going in with CJP Magenta and the CJP Apple Shine, and I'm just using really wet beads of that, placing one on top of the other, and then just using the tip of my brush to create that marbled effect. Once I'm happy with that, I then will leave that to set, and then I'll go on to the next nail and I will come back and encapsulate that. I've also done the same on the ring, on the little finger, sorry. So now I'm going to go in, now that's set, and just encapsulate that in. I'm using CJP's Negligee is what I'm using, so it's sort of got a pinky tone to it, but it's not too pink. So I'm just going in here with that and just encapsulating that whole nail, making sure that all that glitter is matte, so I know that it's all clear, all covered up, and when I come to file it won't file off. Middle finger we decided to do a colour block, and I did record this part before I did any of the other nails, but I managed to edit it to put it where it needs to be. So I'm going in here with CJP Magenta and I'm just creating a triangle from the cuticle of the nail, and you want to make sure that it's thick enough for you to file the edges, because you want those edges to be nice and crisp. You don't have to do this, but it's something that I like to do. And also, if you're not going to encapsulate it, you want to make sure that your apex and everything is there. When I do these kinds of nails, they do look an absolute mess, but once I get the file on them, the lines start to show through and it will look beautiful. So once that part of the colour block is set, I'm just going in with a 100 grit file and I'm just refining those edges just to make sure that they're nice and sharp, and then when we place the bead up to it, it will sit nicely, and then once you file the nail, once it's completely finished, all those crisp lines will start to show through. For the next bit of the colour block, I'm going in with Glam and Glitz Ashley. This system is a really wet system, so it's a little bit harder to work with than the CJP. So just take your time with it, don't rush it. And I'm just doing exactly the same, creating another triangle on top of that triangle, if that makes any sense at all. So as you can see here, I'm just using the tip and the side of my brush just to make sure that those sides are nice and neat, and then I'm using the belly of my brush just to tap it down to make sure that it's the same, well, sort of the same depth as the other part of the colour block. And then on the index finger, I'm just doing a full nail of the CJP Magenta. This colour is so beautiful. It's a really, really nice pink. It's stunning. So just covering that whole nail with that. If there's any parts that I don't think are covered enough, I will just pick up another bead and just place another bead on there, and then I will leave this to set and I'll come back and encapsulate. Guys, I lied. I didn't leave it to set. I went straight in with CJP Negligee and encapsulated that whole nail. It's really strange. Usually I'll always let it set and then go back, but obviously this time I didn't, so my bad. But now moving on to the thumb, we are going in with, again, I think it's the CJP Magenta, and just covering that whole nail again, and then I'll encapsulate that one again with the CJP Negligee. The ring finger now, I'm going in with CJP Negligee and just creating the next section of my colour block. When I come to file this, I thought using Negligee would be nice, but it turned out it wasn't really what I wanted. So I did end up going over just these parts on either side of the nail where the Negligee is with some fairy dust from Glitterarty nails, and all I did is I buffed the nail, and then before I applied any top coat to the whole nail, I just applied a little bit of top coat to the two areas where I wanted the dust to be, and then cured it. Then I rubbed fairy dust on those parts, and then I top coated the whole nail. Now I'm going in with one of my favourite colours from CJP, the Apple Shine. It's such a beautiful colour, I cannot tell you enough. It's so pretty. And once again, I'm just pressing that up towards the other section of the colour block, just making sure it's nice and snug, and just using my brush to create some nice lines. I'm just making sure that they are nice and crisp, and I'll leave that to set. I'll go in with my file again. And now I'm going back in with Glam and Glitz Ashley. And yeah, I'll let you watch this part and I'll jump back in a minute. this bit I decided we wanted a bit of glitter in there, so I'm going in with a small bead, a very wet bead as well, of CJP Negligee, and I've just dipped it into the Glam, not Glam and Glitz, the Glitterarty Nails Arctic Wolf glitter. It's so pretty, this glitter. When the light reflects off it, it just creates some amazing colours. So I've just placed a thin layer of that on there, and then I'll just encapsulate that with the Negligee. Then once all the nails are set, I went in with my 100 grit file and just filed away at all the nails, refining the shape and making sure that the apex was where I wanted it. And as you can see with this nail, once you start filing, those sharp lines come through. Then I'm just going to buff over, and if I'm not happy with it, I'll just keep filing until I'm happy. If I feel I've filed too much, I will encapsulate with clear. And then once I'd filed all of the nails, I then put the fairy dust from Glitterarty Nails on the bits of this nail where I wanted them. Then wipe them all down with some acetone, and this will just smooth out any of those filing marks and make it nice and smooth. Then I'll go in with CJP Top Gloss, cure that for 2 minutes. Then once that's cured, I'll go in with my CJP Flower Blast Cuticle Oil, and that will be finished set. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. If you're not yet subscribed, don't forget to click subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!